were the hype. A lot of my research debunks stories. I can't cite them because they're not true. There is a general narrative that horrible things are happening all the time. Cyber war, nation states are crumbling. That's not true. If you hear there's been some recent research around aviation and planes are going to be hacked and fall out of the sky, or people are going to be cyber attack trains and derail them, that's not realistic. Security campaigns and ramping up the threat. The military rebels a lot of things. Cyber warfare because they want the budget from Congress. NATO and different alliances ramp up the threat and encourage other countries to invest in security. One of the narratives that gets built around critical infrastructures is that we are going to have these cascading power failures. Someone is going to break in very easily to take down the power grid. While it's true there is vulnerable in structures, you can't just take down the entirety of power grid and cyber capability. And we all have the same threat. If the US wants to be able to do that against Russia, or China wants to do against the US, they have to accept their own vulnerabilities and do things that impact themselves as well. The head of Cyber Command and the head of National Security Agency say, okay, we need to invest offensive capabilities to be able to secure our critical infrastructure. Those capabilities trickle down to French groups. If you developed a cyber capability that could take down the Chinese power grid, it would be nearly identical to the capability. You would need to take down the US power grid. We use the same systems. The hype is forcing us to look into offense, which is exactly what we should not be doing. We actually saw a very concerning case recently. Their company said, Iran, they're attacking us, US, hundreds of thousands of times a year, but they redefined attack. They use ways to describe the events in a way that no use else in the security would support. The way it framed it was very dangerous.
Two trials of gene therapy on internet from blindness in children have shown some patients' eyesight can be improved, but only temporarily. Gene therapy injections increases the retinal cells sensitively, showing potential for the treatment. Children with Leber's congenital amaurosis (LCA) lack night vision and lose daylight vision. Scientists from the UK and the US published their study results in New England Journal of Medicine. We need is a more portion of gene therapy, Victor, Professor Robert Aylor, UCL, Net of Ophthalmology. Leber's conjunction amaurosis affects the function of retina, the light-sensitive tissues at the back of the eye. About 10% of people with LCA carry a mutant from the gene RPE65, which is normally essential for vision. But in people with LCA, the light-detecting cells eventually die and disrupt communication between the retina and the brain, leading to loss of vision. Researchers at University College London Institute of Ophthalmology and Moorfields Eye Hospital studied the effects of injected healthy genes into the retinas of 12 young patients over 6 years. They found that although half of patients experienced some improvements in their night vision, this peaked at 6 to 12 months after the treatment. Also, their daytime vision did not appear to improve. New career. Prof. Robin Ailey, head genetics at UCL, also said gene therapy improves night vision, but there is no evidence that it slows progression of the disorder. We now need more potent gene therapy, Victor. He said the research team had developed a new, more powerful way to carrying and delivering the gene to its target cells. The team aiming to test the new vector soon. In a second, cleaner of serum funded by the Medical Research Council. Another similar trial led by scientists from the University of Pennsylvania found a similar pattern of improving eyesight in some patients lasted between 1 to 3 years after treatment with gene therapy. Dr. Samuel Jacobson from the University of Pennsylvania's side-eye institute in Philadelphia said the 3 results were improved even though the therapy doesn't appear to be Parkinson's treatment. DJ, in knowledge about the time course of physician improved the therapy so that resolved vision can be sustained for longer durations in patients. He said the result highlighted the potential benefits of gene therapy as well as the problem still be solved for LCA and other diseases of the retina.
Craig Charles is quitting Coronation Street in September after 10 years to revive his role in Red Dwarf. The space sitcom, which started on the BBC in 1998, is returning for 2 new series on digital channel Day. Charles took a sabbatical from the ITV soap in 2011, when Red Dwarf was ruined once before, but this time there are no plans for its return. Charles said, "I have had an absolutely fantastic 10 years on Coronation Street, and I will be very sad to leave." He said his character, Lloyd, was become a huge part of my life, and I have made some amazing friends with whom I will always keep in touch. But I feel I owe it to my colleagues on Red Dwarf to join them in filming the new series and finding out that what is the store for Lister and the other. I would love to return to Coronation Street at some point in the future. Red Dwarf, which sees Charles play a standard space technician, ran for 8 series on BBC and was later reviewed by Dave in 2009 and 2012. The new series will once again star Chris Berry as Rimmer, Danny John Jules as Cat, and Robert Levine as Crichton, and will air from next year. Coronation Street producer Stuart Blackburn said, "Craig was provided us with a decade packed with laughter, tears, a great drama, which we wish him all the best." Thanks for watching.